It's the National Football League.
It is the National Football League. Oh, Happy New Year. Look at that.
He's one of the league's
Oof.
best.
Johnson. He's doing good. 3 receptions. Only 10 receiving touchdowns. I feel like he should have had more. Oh, here's the Buccaneers, the team that beat us. Our first home loss game was against the Buccaneers. Let's see if we can split the season. Or is it going to be Tampa for the sweep?
Today, week 17 is upon us. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So no interceptions thrown by him, but he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Meanwhile, Mayfield slow on target to Godwin here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Micah Parsons.
Oh, right after our crazy game last week, we got something new. See what we can do.
But nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack on offense. Sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll take over inside.
See, when he gets hot, he gets hot. So he's on like a 3-game interception streak.
All year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB, but finding a way to win.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off Byron Jones. And the
okay, that one's on.
Are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
They stay on the ground with White. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. When you look at this defense, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And he is going to have the Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They run straight ahead here with White. And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz and wreaks havoc, because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D-lineman to make the play.
3rd down and 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
35. First down, Brooklyn.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Davante Adams.
I know Tampa Bay's defense. For those of you that don't know, Tampa Bay's my team.
Thunderbirds post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Pro right side taken in by Godwin. So the completion good for just 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Second and long. He hits Adams, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 33 yards that time. They're good at running the screen. Sometimes it's probably taken for granted, though. You need a good deal of deception in there, don't you?
You certainly do. And you know what else you need? The people who aren't involved in the deception to make sure they hold their blocks and someone doesn't flash too quickly in the face of the quarterback.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Thunderbirds have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's White. He'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
Mayfield down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. This offense back to work now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Yeah, offensive always trying to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game. Let the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Shakes off the sack. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they give it up just on their side of midfield, and yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them, because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on New. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season.
We reached
Everybody's
halftime.
getting
Not
antsy,
bad.
so antsy that we're going to skip
Basically,
the halftime and get ready for the
38
third
yards
quarter.
on Horrible. Guess we'll stick on Mayfield. Alright, let's return this up the middle.
A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown.
Let's just say the only way you got that, it was my block. Yes, I may have not touched the guy, but I fell in front of him, damn it. And that means he couldn't dive and get you. What a freaking run back. Watch. Let's see if we can see me falling to the ground. Oh no, way back there. What a jerk. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, the only reason Major P got this, which... Whoa. Don't be hitting the button to go back. Doesn't want to watch it.
I'm not pressing anything.
It doesn't even want me to watch the replay.
Play it.
There it goes. Here we go. No, watch 0. Watch 0, guys. That is me. That is me. You got right here. I noticed I'm outrunning him, and I'm like, oh no, 0 and 0. 0 is going to get Major P right here.
Is he?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, but wham! It don't matter.
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
That dive was the only thing that saved us.
And it is now 21-0. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. A run to begin the second half with White. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Mayfield to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mayfield looks to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed.
Here's 3rd and 9.
They'll set up to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, Probably sight.
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. That's pulled in at the 32. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They go right back to White here on first down. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield off the play fake. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. What's on?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they're going with a screen here out to the right. They find some open field here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll look to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Here we go on 4th down. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down at the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Thunderbirds extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, You can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped. As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Back to throw again. Out to his left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case,
and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touch.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best